This is yours.
Thank you.
Not too many people this time, huh?
Yeah, nobody liked this.
Nobody liked this.
Oh, yeah, take it.
Make us laugh again.
That's about it.
We got our fans in the back.
Yay!
That's it? That's all we have?
We know our team. No, they're our fans.
Yeah.
They're not here to see you guys. Let's just be
You
clear.
guys
Oh,
know
a teammate too.
nothing against you. I'm just
What are
We're
your
missing
teammates?
our
STP.
we're missing our female.
The mad one. That's TP.
And you were Team Royalty?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, these guys, we just had a debate on Harry Potter, which is pretty good.
Oh yeah, I think so.
What does STP stand for?
Karaoke.
Scott
Is that
Turner,
correct?
Peter.
Karaoke.
Always say
The first
I say karaoke.
But people will understand what I say when I say karaoke.
Probably.
It doesn't make the sound.
I'm not sure if
You were
I
touching
pronounced it correctly.
Karaoke.
Make sure it's not touching
I
paper.
gave up.
It's
Yeah,
touching
People
paper.
know what that word is.
Mhm.
Because I've never been sure how to
It is hard.
pronounce it.
Ah, it.
Certain words I can't pronounce, like entrepreneurial. That's why I'm poor, because I just don't get it. Those poor kids that can't say anonymity here.
Oh, we still need a stopwatch.
That's what we're gonna do, it's 1 hour tomorrow in our lab, it's just that everybody's gonna
Is
say
anonymity.
anonymity.
What?
Anonymity.
Anonymity.
Got the answer, right?
Unlimited?
What is it? Crisis. Is that a word?
Crisis.
Can you say crisis?
Crises.
Crisis in plural.
Yeah, no, crises.
Yeah.
It's crises.
There is a crisis.
Crisis is a
Yeah,
There are
and
crises.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking. It's crises, not crises.
Ronan was.
I think we can start.
Which debate?
On those.
Hi. Anyways. Hi. Okay.
Welcome to the second round of the MMTP, the most the most serious tournament in the history of the world. So on side affirmative we have STP, on side negative we have Team Royalty. You know the rules about the time. Speeches are 4-3-3. POIs from 30 seconds to 3.0. Okay. I now
Already stop.
I now invite Scott to give the opening speech. Yeah, I would like for someone to give me the motion.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
Oh, yeah.
A photography proficiency test should be required for opening an Instagram account.
I might need.
Photography proficiency test.
Should be
You ready?
required.
Just a minute. Should be required.
For opening an Instagram account.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
Certain people shouldn't be allowed to do certain things. I have a friend whose spouse loves karaoke. And everybody suffers horrifically when this person sings, especially this person's spouse. And there's nothing we can do about it. It's too late. Once someone has started, you can't make them stop. That's why today we feel very strongly that there should be a proficiency test required for opening an Instagram account. We'll first explain why the universe is being flooded with too many pictures, or how it's being flooded with too many pictures, why too many pictures is bad, and finally we'll explain how a test would solve. First, there are too many pictures. I think the most recent estimates indicate that there are trillions of pictures being taken every day on Instagram, and the range of pictures is quite alarming. I was in a cafe in Mexico City a couple of weeks ago. My son turned on his iPod. Yes, sir.
So besides the person taking the pictures, if you were to be in the pictures, would you have to be a proficient, recipient of pictures?
We'll
also?
explain our plan. It has to do with taking pictures. Like I said, if somebody had prevented my friend's spouse from ever doing karaoke, the world would be a much better place. There are too many pictures, and there's pictures of everything. As I was saying, in 1 minute, We were in a cafe in Mexico City, and there's a feature on Instagram where you can say what pictures have been taken in this particular place. And I was exposed to the gum underneath the table that I was sitting on, and it's not something that I was very pleased with. So there's simply too many pictures. I'll take your question
Say,
now.
if there were a photo of a non-photogenic person and that's not appealing, would you also think
I
that
have
one
no
out?
problem with non-photogenic people. I think that there's beauty in everyone. It's the way the pictures are taken, and some very particular pictures are the ones that we will prohibit. You'll see why, and you'll agree that these are the pictures that should be eliminated. Too many pictures are bad. Our tastes are being dulled. We are seeing too many things that are meaningless and putrid and mundane. Our tastes are going downhill. We are exposed to things that we shouldn't see, like the gum under your table. I can see it now here, but I shouldn't have to see it when I look at Instagram. It's filling up the servers of the world. We're about to lose server space. The whole thing's going to shut down because of the flood of Instagram pictures, and then the internet will simply come to a stop. So we propose a test. A test would solve. It would protect us from this flood of pictures. I will describe the test, and then I'll explain some of the benefits. It'll be a multiple choice test. The first question will say, do you like to take pictures of cats? If you answer yes, you will not get an Instagram account. The second picture will say, do you think that it's appropriate to take pictures of your drunk friends? And if you say yes, you will not get an Instagram account. The third reason is that you should not take pictures of food, because we are here at this place now, and we don't have much choice in the food that we have to eat. Yes, ma'am?
Isn't that discriminating the people in Africa who don't have food?
It is making me suffer because I have to choose between potatoes and potatoes and potatoes. And my friends are sending me Instagram pictures of real food. If we got rid of the pictures of food, it would create server space. It would make my life happier and yours as well. If we got rid of pictures of drunks, we would be much freer in our lives, and we would not have to worry about getting a reputation someday. And cats, my partners will explain. I'm sure you already understand. Oh, that was a half a minute left? Oh, okay. Cats. Right? They took pictures on the moon that we're still trying to look at, right? Billions and billions of pictures when the astronauts went up there. We'll be able to, for generations, look at pictures of the moon. The same is true with cats. There are so many pictures of cats. For them all to be looked at least one time will take, I think, 1 million years. So there's no more reason to have pictures of cats.
Thinking time.
No, we don't need to bring that. Do you guys have questions? Perfectly fine.
I'm still just being offended. I like potatoes.
Hi, are you ready for cross-ex? Yeah. So tell me, if we had something like this for a debate proficiency test, how many of the people in the room would be here?
Oh, we all would be.
Oh, remember, this is a cross-ex. You have to answer truthfully.
No, we would all be here.
Oh, okay.
You have not seen, I do American policy debate. So it would exclude some people, but I think we would be all right.
What about if we had a debate proficiency test which says that you can never, ever mention the word social contract in your debate? How many of the people would still be here?
I think that they would have been deterred, and they would have not learned these bad practices, just like my friends would not be doing karaoke whenever we go out.
On the point of karaoke, which song is his personal favorite?
She likes country music.
She likes country, yeah? Could you sing us a couple of lines? We need to get the picture.
I'm afraid that once I got started, I couldn't stop.
But sir, you're not letting us get the picture on Instagram. At least give us a video or something real life.
I can't sing.
That's the point of it, sir. You have to. Come on.
I was in a country western bar in Hiroshima, Japan once, and they sang "The Gleam Gleam Glass of Home." It was very strange.
So, sir, aren't you saying that? Are you saying that there's too much cats, right? That's what describes our society today.
If I were from outer space looking down, I would be a little worried. Yes.
So you're saying that the love for society defines our new generation, right?
If we love society, no more cats, no more drugs, no more pictures
So
of
you're
food.
implying that you will improve the society by removing cats, removing food, and removing drunken friends from the ether of photos.
I'm confident that
You're
that's
confident.
the case.
Okay, thank you.
thinking flow anymore. I'm just moving without moving.
Let's see if I can do this with a straight face. I'm actually a bit offended by the last speech. I think this is a very serious topic. I think it's a very serious topic, and on opposition side, we want to talk to you about our culture, okay, and why we think that culture is important, and why this plan will undermine the culture that we have in society today. I'm going to bring you 3 points. First of all, that spirituality of a society is a measure of its humanity. The second thing we want to talk about is connections to nature and the religious impact of that. And third of all, that laughter is food for the soul. And while it might not be applicable to such a serious topic, in general and on Instagram, we support it. First of all, spirituality of a society is a measure of its humanity. And we want to focus specifically on what we think is represented in Instagram, which is the yin and the yang. Right? It represents balance. There's good and there's evil, there's light and there's dark, and there's day and there's night. On Instagram, there's beautiful people and there's fat, ugly chicks. And while the government side tells us that there's beauty in everyone, professional photographers that would pass their tests, they of course prefer beautiful people. And we think we're cutting out a very important part of this formula, a very important part of the spiritual formula of our society. Because the beauty in ugly people might not be traditional beauty, but it's beauty in the fact that they can complete our souls. They complete the spirit that we have. Have you ever seen a fat chick walking down the street and just been unable to look away? There's a reason for this. Just as you can't look away from the gorgeous girl walking down the street, you can't look away from the fat, sloppy eat beast that walks behind her. No matter how hard you try, you can't pull yourself away because something inside of you needs that. And with them on the opposite government side proposing this model, they deny that essential part of our spirituality, not right now. Point number 2, very serious. Connection to nature. The Native Americans had this, right? Their connection to nature permeated their entirety of their society. My partner, 93% of his country is mountains. There's a connection to the mountain tribes, right? And the Egyptians had their cats. And we think that in our society, we now have cats too. And we think that just like you couldn't post a picture of the Prophet Muhammad, to deny us the ability to post a picture of a cat is a similar transgression. We think that just as it's insulting to Muslims, not at this time, just as it's insulting to Muslims to break their commandments, we think to break the connection that we have with cats is just transgressing on our religion. I can't do this straight face. Transgressing on our religion to a degree that we think is unacceptable. Similarly, there's a second animal that we worship almost as much, the duck. And our society has a strange practice of making a face that resembles a duck. The girls do it. I think it's the way that girls pray. But like you should be able to post yourself in prayer, in holy, matrimony, and holy, just enjoying yourself about your religion. You should be able to post this thing online. To deny this is denying basic religious freedoms. Third of all, laughter is food for the soul. And there's this thing called memes. Memes. Have you ever seen a high quality picture turned into a meme? Absolutely not. There's a reason. Because like debate, serious isn't enough, right? High intellectualism, high quality pictures, it's not enough, right? You might intellectually stimulate you, but you're going to starve your soul. We don't want to starve our souls, right? On Team Royalty, we think that the culture that we promote as the leaders of our various countries, as King Leonidas of the Mountain Gnomes, as Queen Esmeralda of the Cloud Fairies, and as Prince Rex, we think that this culture is something that we have to protect, and Instagram is our way of protecting it. Without spirituality, without the yin and the yang, without the hot chicks and the fat ugly chicks, right? Without our connection to ducks and cats and all these other important religious icons, and without our ability to laugh at a low quality picture that feeds our souls, we think that this isn't a world worth living in.
Are you going to take time?
No.
Okay.
You guys can all come up here and cross it. I'm inclusive. I'm Prince Rex.
Oh yeah, hi. How are you? Fine.
That's King Leonidas and that's Queen Esmeralda.
Okay.
I got the shitty name.
Okay.
Yeah. So, do you like cats?
Yes, I worship cats.
And do you like dogs?
Not as much because they eat cats.
Are you Egyptian?
I'm partly English.
Okay. Do you use Instagram?
My grandmother's grandmother's grandmother.
Was she Egyptian?
Yeah.
Did she have a cat?
Yeah, absolutely. She and like a little gold. When it died, she turned it into a gold statue, and we still have it in the family. Yes, outside of our front door.
Did she have hearing difficulties?
Uh,
Because of the cat, like constantly saying meow meow.
No, well,
It's really disturbing.
yeah, you're right. Actually, she does have hearing now. She has a really bad hearing. I don't think she hears anything, but mainly because she's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the cat still goes on a meow meow. Yes.
Well, I don't
Because I
think
heard it last night.
over Instagram you heard it.
Yeah. I just went to Instagram and it was constantly meow and meow.
Your computer's way better than mine. Mine just shows pictures.
Yeah, cool. So basically, do you want to ban Instagram?
No, I
So
like Instagram.
you want to ban it?
I don't want to. I want to be able to worship and connect with nature and feed my soul over Instagram.
Okay, so do you believe in Jing Jang?
I don't know what that is.
You have just said in your speech, Yin Yang.
Oh, yin yang. Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, everybody has two halves to themselves: light and dark, fat chicks.
Could
ugly-
you explain how in this Yin Yang picture the cat be put in?
Well, I mean, the cat could be the god that, if you think about a hierarchy, so the cat reigns over the world upon which we live, and that world is divided into light and dark. But without the cat to protect us, the separation becomes blurred. Right? Is that time? Oh, we have 15 seconds. Okay, so the cat's up here, the yin yang's down here, and then the duck is like a minor deity, right? So when the cat goes to sleep for every once in a while, then the duck comes up at night, and the duck protects us while the cat is sleeping.
Did you search and say yin yang?
I'm gonna need like 3 seconds.
Sure, you have like 1 minute.
Yes, you're wrong.
Did you
You
get
guys are
the
laughing,
mental
this is some
picture?
serious shit.
Cat.
Camera? Did you get the camera?
This is going live actually.
Wait, is this going live?
Yes?
Oh dear Lord, hi.
Alright, everybody say hi.
Mamo te sakam. I
Yes,
said mama love.
извини.
Какво?
Клигора го гледаш, јебика.
Sad best way.
I need my magical elixir. All right, let's get this started. I'd like to thank Prince Rex for that entertaining speech. But what I do have to say is, when he says that culture will be undermined, I just really have to ask, what culture? The problem with this is that this is about spirituality and our connection to nature, and that laughter is the food of the soul. I'm sure we're going away fat kids right now. Is that this is proving our point that this is going to be misunderstood, and that it's going to be commodified, it's going to be cheapened. It's feeding back into the whole idea that too many pictures are bad. It's like listening to a new age hippie. It's great, you have your opinion, but we want an honest, open world where we can say nobody cares. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time, much more time up here. So if you have points of information,
Point of
take 'em.
information.
Go, Esmeralda.
Are you saying no one cares about cats?
I'm saying that at a certain point, we stop caring. Like, I can look at my cat rolling over, being all cute,
Are you
say, "Oh,
insane?"
you're a not at this time. You're a shameless hussy, but that's cute." After the millionth time, I'm just like, "Go away. I have stuff to do. I gotta work."
On that.
Yeah, go.
Are you
Rex.
aware that you are going to cat hell for saying what you just said?
If there are dogs there, I will be perfectly fine. Because seriously, we're in Ireland right now. We shouldn't be in ancient Egypt, and yet that's exactly what they're trying to get us back to. And so again, it's this idea that too many pictures is bad. We're getting used to mediocrity. You know, some cats are in cat shows for a reason, because they are creatures of awe. They are the paragon of the species. Instead, we're getting my grandma's half-starved, leukemia-ridden cat. That's not what we need to be looking at. And we're getting used to mediocrity. Like, pictures of food should be of the best food imaginable. It should be filet mignon, not beef jerky from the gas station down the road. That's what we're going to be getting on Side Negative. And drunk people. First of all, I haven't seen a drunk person who was managing to keep their hair in place, who had all their clothes on straight, ironed, pressed. They smelled good. I mean, they're just ridiculous facial expressions.
Wait, sir.
Oh, you're
Go.
out of order.
Have you seen
Oh, is she out of order?
Have you seen Ty or Ronan? Because I'm pretty sure they're drunk all the time, but they smell pretty well.
Maybe they just have a good taste in beer. So, anyway, I mean, nobody wants to see drunk people. Nobody usually wants to be seen drunk because, let's admit it, it's not exactly us at our best. It's like me rolling out of bed in the morning. It looks like a Frankenstein movie, just hair everywhere. There's odd stains. It's just, it's nasty, it's unpleasant. You don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. So, please, to prevent mediocrity, stop voting for cats and greasy cheeseburgers and people stumbling over each other and being passed out in the street. Just stop. Put in the proficiency test. Thank you.
Is that me turning it? Yeah. I like this format.
Do I need to bow or anything?
No. King Leonidas might require your homage, though.
Okay.
First of all, could you please apologize for insulting my religion?
Nope.
I'm not sure if I can debate under these conditions of religious intolerance.
Does that mean
But,
we win?
but I'll try, okay? It'll be hard. Okay, you said there's too many pictures. Is it right to deny somebody's ability to celebrate their culture just because they're not proficient in taking pictures?
Yeah, because then they misrepresent their culture.
Shouldn't everybody be able to celebrate the culture in their own way? Isn't it subjective? Like, the glory of our cat lord, shouldn't this be something that every person should express in the way that they want?
No, absolutely not.
Heathen. May Ra smite you down and your soul wander the other world for all eternity.
I will take it.
Do you believe in hope?
Can you be a bit more specific?
Nope. That rhymes.
I hope for a world without shitty cat pictures.
So you have hope. Would you vote for Obama?
Only because I want his change.
Yeah, and hope and change. That's Obama. So don't you think that pictures of food provide hope?
To starving kids in Africa, maybe.
Yeah, and for me here with the fucking potatoes, I have hope that when I go back to the United States, I might have something else to eat. Is this not correct?
It's not going to provide you as much hope as, I have to go back to filet mignon versus beef jerky. I get excited about filet mignon.
Yeah, but since we only have potatoes, I'd rather have a picture of filet mignon than nothing. Do you think that, why didn't you engage, get involved with, really get into the meat of my fat chicks argument?
That, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
And then last of all, also my memes laughter argument, right? Like food for the soul. Is your soul starving?
Yeah. I don't really think we want to be remembered for our memes.
But is your soul starving is my question?
No. Not today.
Come to the cat god. They will show you your soul is starving.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, you're second, huh? Wait.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh, you're
Oh,
second.
it's my turn. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just here to preach. Praise Jesus.
Yeah, thank you.
Hallelujah.
This is extremely serious to me, guys. Just like Ireland has nothing except for potatoes, same with my country, which has only mountains. So in exchange of photos of mountains, I keep sending to my friends photos of potatoes, and that's called cultural exchange. So ladies and gentlemen, if they have nothing else, it's just, just with the culture argument. Just like we're actually offending the culture of Egypt, you are now offending culture of Ireland. And Irish people are nice, they hug people, so I just want to respect them and give them some credit for their love for potatoes. So, ladies and gentlemen, this food culture is actually also very important point down here. You know, USA is a very advanced country, maybe one of the most advanced countries in the world. And if Americans worship food, this is for a reason. So if Americans go to a restaurant, take photos, and post that on Instagram, it means they're that advanced, they understand that how much food actually matters. So I want to see all that diversity of food in all the restaurants in New York, Washington, or wherever they go.
On that point, sir.
Yes, please.
I have one word for you. Diabetes.
You know, that is fine with diabetes. I mean, we haven't still figured out the cause for diabetes, but that's actually absolutely different debate. We're talking about hope down here. Like food actually fosters this feeling of hope, and that there is actually brighter future just for for African kids. Ladies and gentlemen, one new very important argument is that this team is actually widening a social gap down here. So if you only allow professionals to post photos, what am I to do if I only have money to use paint on my computer? I want to cut my face and put it on Arnold Schwarzenegger's body in front of a very expensive car. And we're just undermining this culture of these poor people who don't access to all that expensive professional equipment, to all that professional software, and we are promoting piracy down here, ladies and gentlemen. We don't want the Instagram to become elitistic group of people, just like this Idea Use Forum trainers who have been coming here for years and years and years. We want it to be diverse and open to all the people of the world. It doesn't mean half and half, man? Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we should not kill this social intercourse going on in Instagram. We need to preserve this culture, and we need to preserve our connection to the nature. Ducks are important as much as food, because all nations actually have a right to exhibit their own likings. Vote negative. Oh, cross it. Oh my god. Karaoke.
King Leonidas.
King Leonidas.
This is Sparta.
Are you familiar with the concept of equal protection?
Yes.
So people are treated equally under the law.
That's right, yin and yang, the balance, ugly chicks and beautiful chicks. We're protecting both. We're preserving their culture.
Did we say something about women of any particular stature in our presentation?
All right, let's be honest here. If you're a professional, you're more likely taking a photo of very beautiful woman, fitting the standards. But what if I have a friend, she's fat, she's in the bathroom, she wants to make a duck face, she also has the right to do that duck face.
Your position in the debate is such that you want to view these pictures? Or you don't want to view these pictures?
I personally don't mind looking at some photos, but we are protecting the right of those women or men or potatoes to being posted on Instagram under any condition.
Potatoes.
Kittens.
To me.
Dogs, clouds, mountains, trees.
How many cat pictures a day do you observe?
Oh, millions.
Millions.
And that's good. That's diversity. You know, there are black cats, white cats.
Has anyone noticed
What?
the time you spend looking at cat pictures? Has this become problematic in your relationships, or?
No, I personally like fat women. Maybe, I don't know. It's just
this millions of cats a day.
Oh, I don't view all of them, but then there are billions of people around the globe.
Okay. There's some therapy and some retreats for
Thank you.
people who obsessively
I'll contact you later.
observe too many. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. I'm speechless. I'm sorry.
That's all fucking ridiculous.
No, we're under the impression this is very serious.
Now screaming online, no F word.
My culture is serious. I don't appreciate you guys laughing. Take you out.
What do you see now, dear jury? You see an African kid who is crying because of not being able to upload pictures of food. Not being able to upload pictures of food because of less food in Africa. It's not a topic that should be laughed about. But anyway, today we stand for cats. And the Universal Declaration of Cat Rights says that cats never agreed to be uploaded to and it's the main point, actually. But anyway, there is a fundamental human right not seeing cats. And other thing is that, I had a friend. He was very kind, but after a strange night, he was eaten by a cat. And that's a big problem in today's society. Especially in Hungary, where I came from, we have big beasts, big cats who are eating up persons, and that's not okay. And that's why we don't want to promote it on the internet. But anyway, so what is even worse is Duncan cats. They are the worst. And, well, we never wanted to ban Xinjiang, so I don't know what's that theme I'm talking about. So, I want to prove that it is harmful, ineffective, and unnecessary. Harmful because cats are killing people, and that's harmful. Ineffective because with less picture, the same amount of people could be killed. And, yes?
How many potatoes do you think a duck could eat before it exploded?
Well, that's a good question. I wanted to do a survey anyway, but I was planning to do it tomorrow. So, first of all, we are discriminating African people. We're infringing human and cats' rights. And what I wanted to say. Yeah, okay, go on.
Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck?
It depends on if they are uploaded to Instagram or not. Because if there is a duck who is uploaded to Instagram, because of being so popular, it has the superpower to beat me up.
Oh.
But there are some other ducks who hasn't been uploaded into Instagram yet, and that's why we want to avoid them being uploaded. Because if all the ducks are uploaded to Instagram, they will just come people and eat people. And what we get if this motion is introduced, ladies and gentlemen, we get a world in which cats and dogs are living and no human being. So that's something that I consider really awkward for us. And the other thing, only those people can upload pictures to Instagram who vote for us. Thank you very much.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I speak in the name of Queen Esmeralda, Queen of the Cloud Fairies, yes, King Leonidas of the Mountain Gnomes, and Prince Rex. And I'm here to present you with 6 points of why Team Negative has won this debate. Now, firstly, they have presented us with the problem of the meow meow on Instagram, which they provided no solution for. Apart from that, they offered us some sort of therapy about cats, yet they don't have this in the model, so we see a clear inconsistency in their case. Now about my clash points. Firstly, the right to worship. No, thank you. We have the right to worship in today's society. We have the yin and yang. We have the right to believe. No, thank you. You're out of order, sir. We have the right to protect both beauty and fat chicks. And we have the right, thank you by the way, we have the right to worship fat chicks if we want to. And Instagram, having professionals only on Instagram will not allow us want to get the free flow of pictures of fat chicks. And ladies and gentlemen, this is discrimination.
But madam,
Secondly, we have the ideal of worshipping food in today's society. And it's supported by the people who are most advanced, ladies and gentlemen, by Americans. And if something is worshipped by Merkel, then you know it's good. And it gives you hope in society, ladies and gentlemen. And this is why you have the right to worship the Instagram religion. Second clash point on duck llama. We have the right to be connected to nature, ladies and gentlemen. Cats and ducks are our pillars, the pillars of our society. They're our Mecca and Medina, ladies and gentlemen. And if we do not support and we do not worship cats and ducks, we will go to cat hell. Do you want to? No, thank you. Do you want to go to cat hell? And moreover, we're promoting diversity of cats, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're going to ban cats and duck llama, are you going to ban yoga next? What's going on here? Now the third clash point is that we're starving our soul. What is life without laughter? What is life without memes? What is life without awful photos of my drunk friends to blackmail them with? And I hope you're watching. And my last clash point, no thank you, you're out of order, is that there will be a widened social gap. Because some people will have no money for Photoshop and will have to crop and edit themselves on Paint. And ladies and gentlemen, I cannot make myself prettier in Paint. Do you want that? Do you want me not to be prettier? And we're undermining the poor people, ladies and gentlemen, like me. And we're promoting piracy in society because people will hack Photoshop. For all of the above reasons and for the fact that I haven't laughed yet, please vote negative.
Special thanks for not using any of the thinking time.
That was awesome.